hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do.
Prince the producer.
Don't want a doll, no dinky tinker toy. I want a hippopotamus to play with and enjoy. Hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. Don't want a doll, no dinky tinker toy. I want a hippopotamus to play with and enjoy. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Hey guys, it's me, Amari, and Julian, and we're back with another episode of our podcast. My book is called Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed.
And my book is Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. So, Amari, tell me what this book is about, because you've been waiting. You haven't been telling me about it. You've been waiting for the podcast.
Okay, so basically this book features a young 25-year-old woman named Amira, and she's black. And she is babysitting this child named Briar. And Briar's a white little girl. She's like 4 or 5. She goes to the grocery store, and it's a predominantly white one because it's in a white neighborhood. And she basically gets hate crime by a security guard. He's not even a real police officer, but he basically is like, oh, like, did you kidnap this little child? And like, he tries to take her away from her. And then from there, that's like what stems her story, I guess. And everyone around her, like white people, every white person around her, like kind of treated her differently after this. Starting with her baby, like the owner of the child, the parent
of the child she's babysitting.
Of Briar, her name is Alex. She is, all of a sudden she's like, wow, like, I can't believe this happened to her. Like, this was all my fault. And she just feels this need to be super nice and like actually get to know Amira after not wanting to, but like not caring
Feeling
enough to. Yeah. And then there's this other guy that recorded the whole like altercation in the grocery store, and he he's like, wait, she kind of bad, and like he gets with her, and it's like really cute, and like the drama starts from there.
You know what's crazy? I don't know where, but I know this book and I know the plot and I read about it. I didn't read the book, and I know exactly what happens.
What?
Something about like, I remember it had something to do with like them kind of being a little obsessed with black culture. And
so no.
Anyway. Yes, no, because Alex was like working for this company. She was working for her, and then God, I read this like last year.
Y'all, he is loud and wrong.
And something crazy happened. It's like a stalker.
Nothing like that. So Julian's delusional and he can't comprehend.
No, because the guy wouldn't leave her alone. Yes.
No,
don't even shake your head.
No, Julian.
You know I'm right.
He did not leave her alone. Like, after she was like, I don't want to talk to you, he was like, okay, fine. And he...
Didn't he get with Alex or something?
No, well, he did, but that
was... Yes, see what I'm saying? I already know.
That was way before. That was in high school. Okay, sorry, y'all. We're just ruining the plot for y'all because Julian can't shut up.
Oh my God.
Anyways.
So, if you were the main character of this book...
I basically
am. Anyways, if you were not delusional and were the main character of this book, would you survive?
I feel like I probably would have ended up in jail if I was Amira. She handled every single situation she went through. Did I not say that?
You said handed.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
did.
No,
I didn't.
Yes, you
did.
I
didn't. Anyways, she handled every situation that she went through very well. Like, honestly, I would probably curse out Alex because Alex is very crazy and psychotic. And also, wait, I guess we'll get into it later, but I think I would survive, like I'll be alive. But honestly, Amira's very strong. I feel like she goes through a lot, and yeah.
Wow, that's extremely interesting. Now, how about this? I'm a little more specific. What if you had to work with someone like Alex?
Well, okay. Hear me out. So I love talking to people, obviously. So Alex, like all of a sudden changing up and trying to be nice. Like obviously I would have noticed it's because of the racism thing, but I wouldn't take offense to that. Like I would befriend her and I would be nice to her. And also, Amir, she really loves Briar. Personally, I think Briar is very strange. I don't really find any of her comments funny, but that's just me. But if I was Amir, obviously I would love that child. I get paid well, relatively well, even though, like society views this job as like a children's job, even though I don't feel that way, but whatever.
Okay, Amiri, what would you do if you were Amira in that Amira? Sorry, I got used to saying your name. If you were Amira in the grocery store scene, which, by the way, what happened again?
Okay. So basically, someone had threw like a rock or something, like a brick, through their window at Alex's house because the dad had said something racist. So someone was like getting revenge, I guess. Um, and they were calling cops, and they didn't want the baby child to like see all that happening, so they called the babysitter. And obviously she wasn't supposed to work that day, so she was celebrating one of her best friends, or her good friends, her birthday. So she didn't like have proper attire on. Like she had her cute little mini skirt, like cutesy stuff. So she was like, yeah, like just warning you, like I don't have the proper attire on. I'm just partying, so just a warning. She's like, you know what, that's like perfectly fine. Like I just want her to get away. So yeah, so she goes over, she picks up Briar, and they go to the grocery store that was down the street, walking distance. And they're like dancing and stuff, just having fun, like trying to keep the baby entertained. Oh, when I say they, I mean Amira and her best friend, because she also tagged along. But she left when the racist stuff happened, but she was there for a little bit. And they were all dancing together, and like this woman in like athletic wear, she was watching them, and like I thought she was cool because she was smiling, like, oh, it's so cute. And Kelly, that's his name, he like walked over and saw, and like also like, oh, period. The best friend leaves. So a security person comes over, and he's like, oh, like, is this child supposed to be with you? I don't remember exactly what he was saying, but basically he was accusing Amira of kidnapping the child, and they were like, talking about the way she looked and what she had on and all this stuff. And yeah, that's basically it. And she was like, no, like I'm literally the babysitter. Like I know I don't look like this child, but I'm the babysitter of this child. And they did not believe her at all. So yeah, and during this thing, Kelly was recording the entire time. So yeah, if I was Amira in this situation, I probably would have reacted the same way that she did. Like she got pretty snappy with the security guard, and I probably would have too, or I just would have stayed calm. But yeah.
I think that her boss, her like the parent of the kid, Alex, ever saw Amira as a person or just like.
So I think that before Alex went into her email and published the video, I would say yes. Like she did think that she was a real person, and it gave obsession. It still gives obsession. It gives weird. How like she, I don't know. Like I couldn't tell if like she was into her or like if she was a motherly figure, but I don't. I guess it was a motherly figure. Um, but she was obsessed with her, and I feel like she did care for her. But until like she went against her wishes and her consent to post the video, I feel like it was more so like a project for her, or like someone that she could just use.
Oh yeah, because she didn't want the video posted, right?
Mm-mm.
That's what I remember. See,
Boy, shut up.
I actually read about the book, and she didn't want the video posted.
No, she didn't. She was not comfortable with. She didn't even want to watch the video. Like she never even watched it after that night. And Kelly was just like, oh, like I'll give it to you just in case you want to do anything with it. But like, I'm deleting it. Like I don't touch it. I won't watch it. Like I'm chill with that. But like, if you want to do anything, you can. So Alex saw that as an opportunity when she saw that Amira was like kind of backing off Alex and didn't want to take her advice. She was like, okay, I'm gonna make you be attached to me, and she posted that video. So she obviously didn't really care for the girl, and it was just some weird messed up thing for Alex because something wrong with her. Bro, her name is not even spelled like that. Her name is just spelled regular Alex, like no deny. And she just lied to people because she's a weirdo.
Bro, what?
Yes.
So silly.
She's so weird.
Trying to be different. Alright, so to venture off into another territory, was Kelly, the Riz dude, was he a good guy?
He was white.
Okay. What does that have to do with anything?
Just letting you know, because
well, I mean, actually, it has something to do with the question. Good guy with bad execution. Like, was he just goofy, or was he just another white dude who thinks he's different from all the other white dudes? And did he actually like mess with her?
I think he actually did love her, but like, I feel like I'm also very biased because I actually like Kelly and Amira, so I don't really know. But okay, Kelly. First of all, Kelly's interesting because he surrounds himself by black people. Like he only has black friends. He's only dated black girls.
Only he doesn't even have
only
any
listens to black music.
Hispanic friends.
No.
Damn.
So like that's so weird to me. It's like Owen.
Oh, it's
okay,
not.
I can't include that.
No, it isn't at all either. Bro.
No, Owen, the one that left, the ex-senior.
Oh.
No, obviously not one boy.
OC.
Yeah, it's like Owen, like dated black girls, had black hairstyles, like those types of people, those types of white people. I don't know how to feel because it gives fetish, but like also, is it really harming anyone?
Yeah.
Why you say yeah?
No, I was just like agreeing.
Oh yeah, like in my opinion, he wasn't really hurting anyone. Like he never hurt.
Everyone was messing with him, but they all messed with him. Oh, you're talking about Kelly?
Yeah.
I thought you were still talking about OC.
No, anybody care about her. Anyways.
I care about her.
Yeah, like I just don't really feel like him having a fetish really. Because it does give fetish, bro. Like, you don't have a single white friend.
Yeah, it's kind of
or,
crazy.
like, a friend outside of black people. I don't know. It's kind of strange to me. But also, it doesn't really matter who you surround yourself with as long as you're respectful. But Kelly said the N-word in a story to Amira. He was like, yeah, my little brother, he was watching this show. And he was like, this is N-word stuff. And he actually said the word. And Amira was like, but she just brushed it off.
She was like, she
didn't brush it off, but she was like, I'm just gonna pretend like he didn't. But which I think is super interesting that she did that. And I guess it shows like different types of people, black people. Because if Julian, bro, if you ever like, even if you had a pass and you were saying it, or
how
you said
how do
it,
I get a pass?
If you said it, no, if what? If you said it in the past, if you were saying it in the past, if you say it to my face right now, bro.
What if I say it right now? 3,
it's
2,
over. Like I'm never
1.
being with you ever again. I don't know how she stayed, but like, but yes, I do think he's a genuinely good guy, as proven with a lot of things because, Alex and Kelly used to date or whatever in high school.
So wait, he did date a white girl.
Oh yeah, he did.
Bro, come on.
And she turned out to be crazy. That's why he turned the Black Queen. But you know what's crazy? Because right after he dated Alex, he turned to strictly black people, which is crazy to me. Which I'm gonna get into this. He's probably traumatized. But basically, Alex, she was like, she was a really rich girl, shoulder privilege. Honestly, period. I don't really see an issue with that as long as you're being respectful, which she was. So I don't see an issue with that. But she used to write letters to Kelly all the time, little love letters. And it was cute little love letters. And then one day, she put out a plan. Like, she wrote the layout of her house to show Kelly how and where and when she wanted him to take her virginity. Like, she was like, on this bed, and we're gonna go in this room and go here, and we're gonna play this music and on this like, she planned it out to the T. And that's freaky and weird. But basically, she put this letter inside Kelly's locker, and apparently, allegedly, Kelly took that letter and gave it to his friend, which I forgot his name, but we're gonna call him Roy. And he gave it to Roy, and Roy reads this letter. He's like, "Oh my gosh, let's go to her house and have a party at her house." So they go to, so Alex and what's his name? Kelly, they do it or whatever, super cute, romantic. And then all of a sudden, knock, it's Roy and his friends. He's like, "We're here for the party," and basically, she calls the cops.
Oh.
She calls the cops because she's like, "I don't want these black people in my house." She didn't say that. She didn't say that. Because yeah, Roy is black, by the way. And also, Alex and Kelly were not popular, but they also weren't popular either. Like, they were like the NPCs, you know. But Roy and his friends, they were pretty popular. So Alex was like, "So this is what you did, Kelly. You showed him the letter because you wanted to be popular and you wanted to be friends with him so bad that you showed him that letter to get brownie points, and you told him to come to my house. You gave him the code and everything. Oh no, because the code was on the letter. My bad. They had the code to her house, how to get in and everything. And yeah, and she basically blamed everything on him. Plot twist. Mind you, these people are grown as hell. These people, they're in their 40s, 30s, late 40s. I mean, late 30s, late 20s. The story that I just told, that happened in high school. Yeah, so she called the cops, and Roy loses his scholarship in football, and everyone called. Bro, Roy went up to, what's her name? Alex. He went up to Alex and called her Massa. Because she's white. He's black. And yeah, he lost his scholarship, and everyone was calling her racist, all that jazz. Bam, fast forward. So she's cleaning the locker, and underneath Kelly's locker is Roy's locker. And she opens Roy's locker, and she sees all the letters. So basically, every time she would stick the letter into Kelly's locker, it would fall in between like a crack and go into Roy's locker. So first of all, Kelly never received it because he kept telling her like, "You're like, no, I never gave this letter to Roy. Like, I never did. I never even seen the letter." And she was like, "You're literally a liar." I thought he was lying too. I'm not gonna lie, because there's no way. Like, how else would he get the letter if you gave it to him? But no, bro. He never see the letter all of this time. Roy was just reading these letters that was clearly for his friend. He didn't even think to tell her. I don't know. Roy's weird for that. But whatever. He read that and took that as an opportunity to go to her house. She knew the whole time. She knew that Kelly never received the letter. He never gave it to Roy. So she hated him for no reason. For this entire book.
Interesting.
She's actually like psychotic. I'm so sorry. That was the only like bad thing about Kelly. That was the only thing bad about Kelly until I found out at the end of the book that Kelly's innocent. He just has a cute little fetish, and he probably gained the fetish after dealing with Alex's crazy self. So yeah.
That was very interesting.
Bro, you see all that tea?
Yes. Why do you think Alex was so obsessed with Amira?
I think she was obsessed with Amira because I feel like she's like that white woman syndrome thingy. Like savior. I don't know, it's called
White
something.
savior or
Something weird like that, where it's like related to racism and how like they do something like human decency, proper human decency, and they think like, oh my god, I'm so woke and I'm so this because I did that. Like just treated a normal human like a normal human. But I think she just has that weird obsession. And she's also very selfish. So I think she was honestly obsessed with her because she didn't care for the girl until the supermarket thing happened. So that's when all of a sudden she wanted to be so invested in this girl's life. And then she was even more invested into this girl's life after finding out that she was dating Kelly because she has this emotional like tie with Kelly because she's psychotic. And now that like they're together, she's like, oh my gosh, like now I can get to Kelly through you. And like, cause bro, like as much as she was like trying to be like, no, like I'm trying to save Amira from Kelly and his like creepy ways, or not creepy ways, but his crazy lying tendencies, which don't exist by the way.
So she was crazy trying to save her.
Yeah, from what?
Quote unquote.
From what? Anyways, yes, it was jealousy. Also a mixture of jealousy after Kelly was involved.
Oh yeah, probably still like, why didn't he like him?
Yeah, because when we were at the Thanksgiving dinner together, which I'll get into, he had like grabbed her waist and she was like, my blood is boiling. Like she was so mad. Like she literally wanted to yank his hand off of her. That's what she said in the book. Like, girl. And she was trying to tell her friends, no, it's not jealousy. I mean, yeah, it's not jealousy. I'm just looking out for her.
Girl, please, bro.
It's okay. Like, you want her man because you never healed from a situation that never happened. Okay, move on.
So, what was the most awkward scene?
The Thanksgiving dinner. Definitely. But it was like low-key so entertaining. Okay.
Well, it was probably awkward to like be in.
Oh, it was.
Involved in.
It was. So basically, fights. Okay, first of all, Alex is so freaking weird. She was snooping in this girl's phone. Yes, because when Amira was like babysitting, she doesn't want to be on her phone. She just feels like that's disrespectful. So she just left her phone in the bag. And while she was doing that, Alex took it upon himself to go through her phone every single time. Every single time this girl babysitted, she went through that girl's phone, was looking at what music she was listening to last, looking through her emails, her text messages, all that. And she had Kelly under a different name. It wasn't Kelly. It was like K and something. It was something different. So she didn't know it was actually Kelly. But she was weird. Like, ugh, it was so creepy.
That's weird, bro.
And she was like looking through her emails.
You have to move closer. You're so far from the mic.
Sorry. She was looking through her emails and she saw that she had like a trip or whatever. And she saw that the trip had to like get canceled because of snow. And she got so excited that Amira couldn't go home to her parents to spend Thanksgiving with them. She's like, yes, like I can finally invite her to my Thanksgiving dinner. Oh my god. So and Amira's like, oh, like I want to see like if my man is doing anything because he probably canceled too and we're gonna do something together. She was like, invite him too. Little do she know.
No.
Little do she know. And oh my gosh, when I read that I was like oh shoot. But yeah, so Thanksgiving dinner happens. They're like Amira and Kelly are like kissing whatever, like joking, laughing, and then Alex opens the door. She sees Kelly. Kelly's like, Alex? She's like, oh my god, my ex-man. And it's so awkward. And oh my god, also Kelly had already told Amira about Alex. He did tell her name. Because Amira never was close. Like, that's how you know Alex and Amira like never actually talked, and she never cared to talk to the girl because Amira never even knew Alex's name. She calls her Miss Chamberlain, her last name. And when Kelly was like, oh, what's her first name? She was like, I don't know. So like that's how they were never close. But yeah, that happens and it's super awkward. And then she's like having a mental breakdown in like the closet where her friends are not fake, but her friends are weird. Like they tolerate her BS. Like they're weirdos. I'm so sorry, they are. Like literally, one of them is black, and she pulled Amira aside and she was like, "So, like, how long is your hair? Why don't you wear your hair out?" Weird stuff. Oh, really? Is it that short? Um, well, my kid's hair and my hair is super long because we use this in the Sims. It's like, okay, like weirdo. She was so weird to me, and she's the one who egged on Alex posting the video,
Bro,
and she's black.
is she like Uncle
She's a
Ruckus,
coon.
bro?
She's a coon. That's what she is. She's a coon. She's a coon.
Uncle Ruckus.
But anyways,
Racist.
so yeah, so they have the dinner together, and it was pretty awkward because they were low key throwing shots at each other across the dinner table, and she was like trying to keep her composure because they were all up on each other. Or no, they were not all up on each other, but like like small, like subtle, relationship stuff they were doing. And she was so jealous that she didn't even see that her baby threw up. So
Bro.
yeah, Amira did, and Amira caught it with a napkin because she's speaking superwoman.
Shout out.
And her mama sucks.
Shout out to you.
Her mama sucks. Okay, this is so off topic, but her mama sucks so bad that literally Briar was like so sad because everyone was giving attention because Briar has a little sibling. Everyone was giving attention to the little sibling because the little sibling said hi, like she said her first words, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, like say it again." No one was giving little Briar attention, so Briar was super upset because she was like, "I feel like." Okay, she didn't say that obviously because she's a little child, but she was like, "I hate when my mom has favorites, like I want to be the favorite. Like I hate when the other baby. I forgot the other baby name. I hate when other baby is always like the favorite."
Why do kids be jealous, bro? I will tell you.
Because she was getting no attention.
Bro, for me personally, when everyone was coddling my little sister, I was chilling, bro.
Because you're so weird.
When people would come up to me and try to talk to me, bro, I would just look at them, bro. Like,
Because you're weird.
don't talk to my little sister, dude. Don't talk to me.
Julian is strange. Anyways, bro, Miss Archer did not assign us any homework. I'm scared for my life.
Okay. So this book seems pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm. All the characters
like being all crazy
Bro.
and stuff. Was there a way that the book could have ended so that everyone didn't look bad?
I feel like no. Because at the end of the book, it shows like everyone's lives, like after like a couple of years after the whole entire incident happened. After Amira quit working for, what's her name? Alex. She had saw them, the whole entire family, again in like a park or whatever the hell they were. And guess who was working for Alex?
Kelly.
No.
Another black girl?
Yes.
Damn.
Another freaking black woman taking care of her children. And
so it's probably that's like slavery mindset, bro.
Possibly, because she did that, she had a black servant during the high school thing too.
She had a servant in high school,
Yes,
bro.
and they were black too.
Damn.
She has a weird obsession with it.
Well, maybe she didn't hire the one in her high school, but she was like, you know what, let's keep it going.
Yeah. Let's keep it going is cool. I don't know. Maybe I see it more as like she feels the need to fix these black people or something. Like I don't know. If she like gets obsessed with it, I don't even know what is wrong with Alex. She has a narcissistic savior I don't know, weirdo. So she ended up being like a weirdo, as Kelly warned Amira, because Kelly was like, please quit, like don't work for this woman, like she's a weirdo with black people, like literally she got Roy, like he lost a scholarship or whatever, and she literally loves when black people work for her, like look at what she's doing to you, like she makes you wear uniform and stuff.
Oh, I didn't even know that, bro.
Or she doesn't make her wear a uniform or anything like that, but Amira chooses to wear it, but she also doesn't tell her not to wear it. And they have this scene in the book where Alex confronts Kelly at his freaking job. Weirdo. She finds where he works and everything. And and times his lunch and when he gets off and stuff, like a weirdo. But anyway, she is like, oh yeah, he's like arguing with her. He's like, this Amira would have never went through that if you didn't make her go to like some all white weird supermarket. And this lady's response was, if she was wearing her uniform, that wouldn't have happened.
Bruh.
That's crazy, and that's all she needed to say. Because after that conversation was over, he got up and walked away. Like, because what? You're literally a weirdo. But yeah, and then after Amira and Kelly broke up, because they broke up after the video got out, because everyone assumed it was Kelly because Kelly's the only one with the video, but turns out Alex got into Amira's, because Amira, she left her email on the Alex's computer, and she forgot to sign out. So Alex took it upon herself to look through her emails, look up Kelly's name, find the video, and send it to herself and post it. But everyone thought it was Kelly that posted it, so they broke up because of that. And right after they broke up, Kelly got with a black girl.
Oh. But isn't that crazy though? Like Alex lied to framed Kelly twice.
Yeah, she. Yeah, something's wrong with that lady.
Damn.
But
Can you wrap it up?
okay, and one last topic I want to bring up. So I think it's really cool how this book. This is a really good book, by the way. But I think it's a really cool how this book like stemmed away from like race talk and talked about like overall adulthood and how like at a certain age people are expected to like have figured out everything and have this like amazing job or a job with a pretty good foundation, and it has to be like socially acceptable too, because a lot of people look down on Amir's babysitting job because they didn't feel like it was a real job, and they felt like it's a job for like a leisure. So when Amira like saw all her friends have their own apartments and own health insurance and all this stuff and getting promotions and all these real jobs and stuff, she just felt jealous and very sad and disappointed, and she felt like she wasn't good enough because she didn't know what she wanted to do, she didn't know how to achieve that, and yeah, it was really sad. But at the end of the book, after she like ended the whole thing with Alex and working for her, she ended up finding a good job that she enjoyed, kind of, or no, she enjoyed it really well, and she got a good boss and stuff, and health insurance. And I thought that was an amazing ending.
Period.
Hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do.
Prince the producer.
Don't want a doll, no dinky tinker toy. I want a hippopotamus to play with and enjoy. Hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. Don't want a doll, no dinky tinker toy. I want a hippopotamus to play with and enjoy. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Okay, Julian. So what's the name of your book again?
Catch-22.
Wow, that sounds so intriguing. Can you tell us what the book is about? Like, can you give us a quick recap of the plot?
Well, first of all, I'm only halfway through the book.
Why did you say that?
Because it's true. That's why I would say it, because it's true, because it's like,
Okay, shush.
because I'm 200 pages in, and I'm only halfway through the book. So pretty crazy, but it's pretty much just about war. It's about what's it called? A bombarding squadron, it's for the Air Force during World War II, and they're stationed in Italy. And I'm obviously, again, halfway done with the book, but as of right now, it's just following the plot of this squadron and all the characters in it. That's really all you need to know.
Oh wow, that was quick. So
Yeah,
is Yossarian actually?
Yossarian.
Okay, how you know that's actually how you say it?
Because that's how my mom said it.
Bruh. Is Yoss actually crazy? Or is he the only sane one?
He's definitely crazy, but sane at the same time, in a way that's like, I don't think he's accepted the fact that he's in a war. I feel like a lot of people go into war, especially if they get drafted, right? If they don't have a choice going into it, they're like, okay, well, there's no way out of this. I just have to accept it. If I die, I die.
Damn.
This dude, Yossarian, he's not having it, bro. He went there. I forgot why he. No, I think he had to go to war, but he tried to put it off for so long because he didn't want to go, and then he had to go.
Real.
And he is going crazy because the colonel, right? That's how they say it. They don't say colonel, they say colonel. Okay, I don't know. Colonel, I don't know, bro, how to say it. But the leader of the squadron, he keeps raising the minimum number of missions that they need to go home, basically. They need to hit a certain number of missions before they can be discharged, right, from the army. And Yossarian's going crazy because he doesn't want to be there. He didn't want to be there from day one. And this dude, the colonel, keeps raising the mission requirements because he wants to have his squadron do more missions than anybody else so he could be famous. I'm so serious. And yeah, he just sees how silly war is, but he also is, in his own way, pretty crazy. He just doesn't like war. So yeah.
Wow. That is crazy.
Bro, you do not care, bro. Oh my god. Show some interest. I showed interest in your story.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You really like slumped, bro.
Because that's just
and I had
me.
to force you to like actually.
Because that's just me. Okay, now go.
Okay, so if you were stuck in this exact same situation, how would you try to get out of it? Would you just accept your fate, or would you become?
Okay, so I'm gonna cut you off because you can't speak English.
Says you.
So to explain the Catch-22 situation, basically, Yossarian is trying to find a loophole to get out of this trap, and he keeps going to the doctor to get him to be like, oh, this guy's too crazy to fly. He can't fly. But that has to get approved by the group of the military board, whatever. And if I remember correctly, it's like there's some type of catch that closes the loophole.
You have to die.
Because, yeah, if you're like...
I got it right.
Okay, so no, here it is. Here it is. It's like they're the plane people, the flyers, I don't know what they're called, but they're crazy for flying these missions, which means that they can't be pardoned for being crazy, because if they were crazy, they would fly the missions.
Okay.
See, it makes like no sense, but it's, yeah, honestly, bro, I would just kill myself.
Oh.
Because
yeah,
my stupid colonel keeps raising all the missions. I'm gonna die anyways because it's war. Yeah, honestly, just end it early.
Yeah, it's a lot of baggage you gotta carry even after all that traumatic, if you survive.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Would you rather be stuck in a war with these characters or work a corporate job where everything makes zero sense?
Well, honestly, that's a really dumb question. Because you're comparing it with going to war with crazy people or having a boring job. I wouldn't choose either.
But you have to. It's would you rather.
I'm not choosing any, bro.
That's
I'm
not
breaking the system.
That's not how you play it.
I'm breaking the system.
You have to pick.
I'm not picking.
Pick.
I'm not picking.
Pick. You'll pick the boring one because he's boring.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes.
No, I wouldn't. Okay, so to explain better what Catch-22 actually means, I'm going to provide an example of it. So let's say you're locked out of your house and you left your key inside the house. You need the key to unlock the house, right? So the house is locked. The only way you can get your keys by going through the front door, but obviously you need the key to do that. And that's essentially the loophole, is that it's impossible to do, right? You can't unlock the door without the key, but you can't get the key without unlocking the door. And that's really the only way I can explain Catch-22, because it is a little complicated, just as many things in the government are, especially with little intangibles that they create. So yeah, I think for me, the biggest thing that stood out in the book since the moment I picked it up, the first page I read was definitely the language and the diction, just everything about the way that he writes. He uses such, I guess you could say, high vocabulary. So it takes a bit of brain power kind of to understand what's going on. But the words that that Heller uses, are so necessary, I would say, for the intense description. Like, this guy goes into detail and he describes every little inkling of a situation. And that really helps paint the picture of this book. And it makes it all the more interesting. And he especially uses language to create contradictories, which is basically all Catch 22 is really about in a broader sense. Is that throughout the book are these little contradictory statements. And then once you realize that Catch 22 itself is a contradictory statement, it all ties it back together. And it is hilarious, bro. I don't remember the last time I've laughed this much reading a book. And I didn't believe my mom when she told me. She was like, this is the funniest book I've ever read. I said, no, there's no way. I'm just going to read it, though. Bro, oh my God. It's so funny. Yeah, that's really all I have to say. Another thing that really stood out to me that I did, oh my God, that I do enjoy about this book is how the main character, I think the main character is Yossarian. About halfway through the book, I think I can infer that. But it's written from different perspectives. I think so far every chapter has either been named after an event that the chapter is going to be about, or after a character. And every time it's named after a character, it's from that character's perspective. Every single one of these characters are very well developed and are in Yossarian's squadron, or have a part, or have something to do with it. And they all tie back to Yossarian. And yeah, I just find that so interesting how the perspective shifts, the narrator shifts to different people, but it's always third person omniscient. Omniscient. I think that's hold up. But all of them, it switches characters. So while you are in the mind of Milo Minderbinder, you can't see Yossarian's thoughts, but it always has something to do with this dude Yossarian. And my favorite chapter is the one I'm on right now about Colonel Cathcart, I think that's his name. And he's just crashing out because he's the colonel who wants everyone to think he wants to become general. So he's trying to do all this bullshit to make himself more famous. And this chapter is really interesting too because there are two perspectives and you can see both of them at the same time. The chaplain, who isn't really that important right now. I mean, for the podcast, I don't think I have to mention him. And the colonel, because they're having a conversation, but the perspectives are switching during the conversation. I find that really interesting. I can't recall the last time I've seen that, where one person will say something and you can see what that person is thinking while they're saying it, and then immediately switches to the responding person's perspective. And that was really great. And yeah, it's just him crashing out and then him starting to freak out because he realizes that Yossarian is tied to all of his black eyes, as he calls them, all the kind of F's on his report card, I guess you could say, bad marks. And he starts going crazy because he's like, is there one Yossarian or are there 3, 4 that are all doing different things to harm me? Because this dude's paranoid. This dude is paranoid as heck. He literally says multiple times, or he thinks multiple times in this chapter, that everyone is out to get him. And then he'll go into these little rants where he starts talking about how much he thinks this person likes him. And then he'll be like, wait, maybe they don't like me. Maybe they're just plotting against me the whole time. And yeah, kind of ranted a little bit there, but just showing you how well Heller is painting this world, this little squadron in Pianosa, Italy. Yeah, that's, I think, all I have to say. a catch-22 situation I've been in real life was when I was in Italy and I didn't have any Wi-Fi, and I was in this restaurant and I had to connect to the Wi-Fi, right, so I could use it. But I couldn't connect to the Wi-Fi. I couldn't open the page to log in and connect to the Wi-Fi without Wi-Fi. Like what the like? What kind of situation is that? Yeah. To wrap everything up, I would say I'm really enjoying this book. Still only about halfway through, as I've said multiple times. And I read it every night. I look forward to reading it because it's genuinely interesting, and I want to see how the story continues to develop.
Hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do.
Prince the producer.
Don't want a doll, no dinky tinker toy. I want a hippopotamus to play with. I'm in hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. Don't want a doll, no dinky tinker toy. I want a hippopotamus.